All right, so here we are picking up on number 13. So this one is very similar to the ones we've been doing. The only thing is there's some negative signs in this one, so we just have to make sure that we're being careful and we're paying attention to them. So I'm going to rewrite it. We have -6 minus 2m squared equals -104. Now, if you've been paying attention to the last two questions, once we've introduced this square, we're always going to have two answers. So just a good test-taking strategy. If we look at these answers here, we can go ahead and eliminate both A and D because they only have one answer. And we know because we have this square, we're going to get two. So even if you are struggling with your equations and you just get panicked, okay, you can always go ahead and have a good test-taking strategy in eliminating A and D because you know you're going to have two different answers. But let's go ahead and work this one out. So if we want to get this m completely by itself, the first thing we're going to have to do is get rid of the distant term. We're going to have to add 6. And once we add 6, got to do that to both sides. So we get -2 m squared equals -104 plus 6. So go to your calculator, -104 plus 6, and you get -98. So then at this point, in order to get rid of this -2m squared, everything is still the same. Although we have a square, they are still being multiplied together. So in order to undo that, we're going to divide by -2. And so we get -2m squared. -2's cancel. So we get m squared equals, and we get -98 divided by -2. So what you're going to do is go to your calculator. You have -98 divided by -2, and you get 49. So m squared equals 49. So once again, if you want to get rid of that square, got to do square root. So you just go back to your calculator, second, x squared, 49, and you get 7. But remember, it's not just 7, it's 7 and -7. So you get choice B. So then looking at number 14, we have 3p squared minus 6 equals -32. So in order to solve this one, the first thing we're going to have to do is once again get rid of the distant constant or eliminate the constant. We're going to add 6 to both sides. So these cancel out. We get 3p squared equals -32 plus 6. Go to your calculator. 32 plus 6, -26. So then, once again, we have we have 3p squared. So you are going to divide by 3. Those cancel out, and you get p squared. But there's something we got to pay attention to at this point, and that is we are going to get -26 over 3. And if we do divide that, we're still going to get a negative number. And when it comes to a negative number and square roots, that is never a good thing because that means no solution, because we cannot take the square root of a negative number. So anytime you have a square root and it's negative inside, your answer is always going to be no solution.